So अब यहाँ पे m0 l0 t0 आ गया था हमारा. This means angle is also dimensionless quantity, but it has units. Its units are, unit is radians. So हमसे क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, नेम ए क्वांटिटी विच इज डायमेंशनलेस बट इट हैज यूनिट्स. So we can give the answer as angle, because angle has units of radians but it do not have any dimensions. Next term is angular velocity, omega, shown by W type sign called omega, ratio of angle to the time, angle covered, angular displacement covered to the time. It is angular displacement divide time. Now this angular displacement is dimensionless, divide time is t, so we get m0 l0 t minus 1. So angular velocity omega has dimensions m0 l0 t minus 1. After this we have angular acceleration shown by alpha sign. This is the ratio of angular velocity and the time taken, omega by time. So omega is m0 l0 t minus 1, divide time t, we get m0 l0 t minus 2. Okay, m0 l0 t minus 2. Now some other terms are wavelength.
So angular displacement का formula?
Angular displacement just represent angle. I am showing it with you some diagram. Wait a second, please. See, when a body is going in a circular motion, let this is a circle and a body is going in a circular motion. This is the center of circle and body starts from A and goes up to B. So we join A with the center. This is called initial position vector or initial position line, and it goes up to B. So B is called a final position vector. So the angle formed between these initial and final position vectors is given the name angular displacement. So it is clear here that angular displacement just represent an angle, but its definition is angle between initial position vector and the final position vector in a circular motion. Okay.
But sir, then angular displacement और angle में तो difference हुआ ही नहीं.
There is no difference as such, but there is just different terms. Basically, we say angle is formed by an arc. Let we put an arc here, AB. This arc is subtending some angle at point P. This angle is called, this is called simply an angle. But in angular displacement, this is the angle formed between initial position vector and the final position vector.
Okay. And sir, angle and solid angle have same dimensional formulas.
No. Solid angle dimension, both are dimensionless as it is m0 l0 t0. Similarly,
Hmm.
solid angle is also m0 l0 t0, like you can see in this diagram. See here, solid angle is subtended by a surface. Suppose we draw a
Yes.
surface here. Let S is the surface, P is the point. So we join every point of this surface with the P point. This angle here is called solid angle. Now this solid angle is the ratio of surface area to the distance square, radius square, this distance, r square. So S is area, its dimension will be L square, R square will also be in L square. So we again get M0, L0, T0. So solid angle and the plane angle both are dimensionless quantity.
सर इसमें m0 l0 t0 किससे आया? L
Because
square upon L square है ना?
बिकॉज अगर हमारे पास M और L प्रेजेंट नहीं है, M और T प्रेजेंट नहीं है, हमारे पास L0 आ रहा है, but there is no M and L, so we can write M0 T0 because any variable, any raised to power 0 is just 1. Okay.
Okay.
If in any case you have only L, so you can write 1
Yes, sir.
multiplied 1 and then change M0 L1 T0.
Hmm.
Because there are
Okay.
7 fundamental quantities, but out of these 7, 3 are in main use. These are mass, length and time. So we are saying that
Okay.
mass is 0, length is 0 here, and time is also not present in the angle.
So एक बार strain repeat कर दो.
Okay. Strain क्या होता है? If we have any wire, see here, suppose this is a cylindrical wire we have. और इसको हमने किसी सरफेस से हैंग किया हुआ है like this. Its length is L. Now we apply some force on its end. हम इसको खींच रहे हैं. As a result, what happened? There is some increase in its length. As you know, wires are ductile in nature, so there is some increase in its length. Initially, the length is L. Now that increase in length is represented by delta L. So this ratio of force applied by us divided by the surface area, this area, force divide area, is called the stress, and change in length to the length is called the strain, and stress to the strain is called modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity. This is then called modulus of elasticity. So these three terms are related to each other: stress, strain and modulus of elasticity.
So then stress जो stress है सर वो strain के केस में हो सकता है but strain नहीं हो सकता.
अगर आप स्ट्रेस करेंगे तो जरूर कुछ ना कुछ स्ट्रेन भी होगा. सम चेंज ऑफ लेंथ विल बी देयर, और देयर मे बी चेंज ऑफ एरिया, और देयर मे बी चेंज ऑफ वॉल्यूम. सपोज वी
सर
हैव,
अगर वो आइडियल स्ट्रिंग होगी तो फिर वो तो मतलब इलास्टिक होती नहीं है ना, वो तो लेंथ इंक्रीज करती नहीं है.
सी दैट जरूरी नहीं है कि लेंथ में चेंज हो. देयर कैन बी चेंज इन अदर डायमेंशंस. Suppose this is a spherical ball type some object and we put it in some liquid. So liquid is applying pressure from the outside. As a result, what happens? There is change in the volume. It compresses and there is change of some volume. So that change of volume to original volume is also given the name strain. Okay, if there is area change, then change of area to original area is also given the name strain. So there is a theory behind it. If you are applying any stress on a body, there would definitely be some strain encountered. अगर हमने उस पे कुछ स्ट्रेस किया है तो उसमें कुछ स्ट्रेन भी होगा. The graph between stress and strain is a straight line graph up to certain limits.
बट सर जो आइडियल स्ट्रिंग का केस होता है उसमें जो टेंशन फोर्स लगता है सर वहां पर जो आइडियल स्ट्रिंग है वो तो इलास्टिक होती नहीं है, उसे जितना मर्जी खींचो लेकिन वो लेंथ तो इंक्रीज होगी ही नहीं, तो
बट
फिर
ऐसा
स्ट्रेन तो लगेगा
ऐसा प्रैक्टिकल तो कोई मटेरियल नहीं है. दैट इज एन आइडियल
ही नहीं,
कंसेप्ट.
फिर तो सिर्फ स्ट्रेस लगेगा ना, फोर्स अपॉन एरिया.
हाँ, but that is just a special case. But normally if we applying some stress, there would be definitely some strain encountered. So that ratio of stress and strain, we are saying it as modulus of elasticity.
ओके सर.
After all these terms, angular displacement तक अभी हमने किया. Angular acceleration, sorry. After angular acceleration, we have next terms. These are wavelength, frequency, wavelength, frequency, and Planck's constant. Linear mass density. Coefficient of viscosity. And then refractive index. And then some terms related to electricity like charges, resistance, potentials, etc. So first of all, what is wavelength? What is wavelength? We know it is the distance between consecutive crest, this distance between two consecutive crest or trough. So as it is distance, its dimensions are L, represented by length. Next is frequency. We know frequency is 1 upon time period. 1 upon time period. So time is t, so it is t minus 1. Now you can see that angular velocity and frequency have same dimensions. Angular velocity, अभी हमने जो ओमेगा पढ़ा था, एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी, इन दोनों के डायमेंशंस सेम आ रहे हैं हमारे पास, t minus 1 dimensions. After this we have Planck's constant. Planck's constant is the ratio of energy to the frequency. Energy to the frequency. So energy you know is ml to t minus 2, divide frequency which is t minus 1. So we get ml to t minus 1. ml to t minus 1. ठीक है. This Planck's constant have same dimensions as angular momentum. Angular momentum के सिमिलर डायमेंशंस इसके होंगे. इसके बाद है लीनियर मास डेंसिटी. Linear mass density is the ratio of mass to the length. Mass to the length, m divided L. So it is ml minus 1. After this we have coefficient of viscosity, eta, shown by this symbol. Eta is the name of this symbol, and this is the ratio of stress to strain rate. Stress to strain rate. Stress, you know, is force by area. Strain rate, strain is change in length to length, and for rate we divide it with time, meaning change strain divide time. So this is F divide A multiplied delta T, basically, because delta L by L is dimensionless. So F by A, it is ml minus 1 T minus 2 multiplied time, it is T. So we get ml minus 1 T minus 1. Coefficient of viscosity, this is also important, will be used on in some questions. So ml minus 1 T minus 1. Next term is refractive index. Refractive index, we have studied in class 10, the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in some medium. As both represents speed, so speed has dimensions lt minus 1. Therefore we can write it like lt minus 1 to lt minus 1, we get L0 T0. This is the answer, L0 T0. After this we have charge. Next term is charges. Electric terms like charges. For charges we can use this formula. We know current is charge by time. So as a result we can write current multiplied time is charge. Current is A, shown by A, capital A. Time is T. Current is a fundamental quantity given in the 7 fundamental quantities of defined by SI. So we write it capital A. So this is the dimensional formula for the charge, A multiplied by T. Next term, 36th, is potential difference. Potential difference, shown by symbol V. Potential difference V is work done per unit charge, W by Q. So work done is ml2 T minus 2, and charge we know is AT. So we get ml2 A minus 1 and T minus 1. ml2 A minus 1 and T minus 1. After this we have resistance, shown by R. So we know the Ohm's law, V equals to IR. from where we can write resistance is ratio of V and I. V here is ml to A minus 1, T minus 1, divide current, which is A. So we get ml to A minus 2, T minus 1 as the resistance. After this, we have next term called resistivity. Resistivity, which is rho. So this resistivity is equal to rho is equal to R A divided by L. From the formula of resistance rho L by A, we can write rho as R A by L. So R is M L2 A minus 2 T minus 1. Area is L square and length is L. So this is M L A minus 2 L क्यूब हो जाएगा हमारे पास यहाँ and T minus 1. This is about the resistivity. Now any doubt, Kashish, in this dimensions?
Yes sir. So mass of electron, number of neutrons and number of protons होता है. तो फिर हम mass of electron का dimensional formula कैसे निकालेंगे? Mass of atom का. Mass of atom.
Because it is just a mass, so it has the dimension capital M. Any mass, mass of a pen, mass of atom, any kind of mass is represented by M only.
Okay.
But if you say it's mass number is the different thing. Mass number and atomic number, because these are just the numbers, mass number, atomic number, so they do not possess any dimensions. I can write here the numbers like 1, 2, 3, pi or any other number is dimensionless. No dimensions is present in them, is dimensionless.
Then sir, can we write them as M0, L0, T0?
Yes, we can write.
Okay sir.
Okay. So these are the basic dimensions we have discussed today, and after this we have to study the applications of dimensional analysis, how we can use dimensional analysis to solve some of our problems, which we will discuss in our next class.